Hi, my name is Lauren. I have a women's community called Quietly Becoming. Inside of this community, we discuss everything regarding femininity and dating very highly ambitious men. I have spoken with probably over 1,000 women regarding what they're looking for in their partner, and also with women who are in relationships regarding what they really value in their relationships that they have with their super masculine, ambitious partners. These are some of the top things that they have mentioned that are really important to them when they're considering the man that they're going to spend the rest of their life with. The first thing is vision and legacy building. The women in my community, very high caliber feminine women, are attracted to a man who has a vision and executes on this vision. Like the vision that you have in your mind isn't just for you, but truly for the family that you want to create. When a woman sees a man who is building something that's bigger than himself while also recruiting people to help him with this vision, there's something so attractive about that. The next one is emotional intelligence and depth, and I urge you to listen very clearly to what I'm saying. Women are able to find a man who can financially provide. There are lots of very wealthy men in the world. What women seem to be missing in their relationships is a man who is deeply connected to his emotions so that he is also able to connect her with hers. And I know what you might be thinking is that women are already overly emotional. There is something about a very grounded man who is not affected by a woman's emotions when she shares her emotions correctly. Now, it's kind of twofold. Women are inherently emotional, and I think that it is a woman's responsibility to connect with her emotions and be able to share her emotions well. But even in the most healthy way, if a woman shares her emotions and a man immediately freezes or freaks out or sees it as a personal attack on his character or his actions, it's not going to go well. Women really value a man who is able to express his feelings, who is able to understand why he's feeling something and does not run away from emotional highs and lows, is able to find a middle ground, but is not fearful of intense emotions. The next thing is a man who is safe and a nurturing protector. What I mean by this is that if there are a million problems going on, let's say that you guys are traveling together and you missed a flight. She wants to feel like you've got this. You're not stressed out. You're going to handle it. You're not going to freak out. You're not going to yell at anyone. There is a safety about your presence despite the chaos that's going on externally. Oh my God. I'm getting chills right now because I can't begin to tell you how attractive that is. The next one is mutual growth and partnership. It's very easy for you as an ambitious man to have the vision in your mind of what you want to build. There's something so insanely attractive about a man who has his own vision and knows what he wants to create for himself while also being able to support and co-create with his partner. Rather than you doing your thing and her doing her thing, kind of creating this collaborative relationship where even though you might be doing things independently, you discuss at the end of the day, what are wins, what are things that you're struggling with, what are ways in which I can support you or serve you. So that's truly a team effort to create this grand vision and this grand life for yourselves rather than her doing her thing, you doing your thing, and kind of living parallel lives. A woman really wants to feel like you are very invested in her, in what she's building, and what she's interested in and passionate about. The women in my network are incredibly high caliber. These are women who have started their own businesses, who have done the work, who are so in touch with their femininity and their masculinity. And what I mean by that is that for a woman, what's important, and this is a little lesson, and if you're a man, I urge you to listen to this, and woman, I also urge you to listen to this. If a woman feels like she needs a man in order to complete her, she will always try to accommodate herself, contort herself, dilute herself in order for a man to feel like he is filling this need. But it's really a selfish need on her end where she needs something in order to feel a certain way. I need him to be attentive so that I feel safe. I need him to be ambitious so that I feel more desired because I'm desired by an ambitious man. A woman needs to fill her own needs and be able to be exactly who she is in her wholeness, abundance, and femininity without a man. And in order to do this, she needs to be whole and complete. She also needs to create a masculine container around her femininity. And what that looks like is her ability to create structure, regiment, and goals for herself in her life. Anything that is achieving or structured is masculine, and a woman needs to be able to have that container around her. Let me illustrate this. So this is a visual example of what I'm talking about for the woman. She is whole and complete. She is not this circle with a missing piece waiting for a man to fulfill her needs. And so if this is going to be the woman and what she looks like in her fullness, inside of her own masculine container, she is vibrant and effervescent and fun and exciting and living fulfilling life and able to create structure and just like that you know that magnetic woman that I'm talking about. Where you come in as a man, and this is what a woman is looking for, is that sometimes a man comes in with his masculine container and he fits her box like this. And all of these exposed corners for her are areas in which she feels like she needs to fortify her masculine container. When an embodied divine feminine woman is looking for a partner, she is looking for a man who looks like this. Her whole masculine container is fortified. There is no way in which she is exposed or vulnerable. When a woman feels like this is what you are in creating for her, she is able to create a somewhat like dotted line of a masculine container in which her femininity is now able to explode even more. And you get that more nurturing, that more soft, that more supportive, that woman that calls you out because she knows where to call you out because she has her own masculine container. And so everything that I'm urging you to do as a man is something that I'm urging women to do as well for themselves. I am not in the business of creating dependent, entitled women. I'm in the business of creating incredibly empowered, respected, respectful, divine feminine woman. That just like magnetic woman that makes you drop to your knees and think, I have never met a woman like this before in my life. And if as a man, you are going to attract that kind of a woman, you need to have your wits about you because she will call you out. She will expose you. It will be a painful experience if you are not developed. And quite frankly, she's not going to want to stay with you because she knows what true safety feels like. And she's not going to feel that with you. That being said, I want to caveat this with saying that typically in a relationship where I drew the square and then your masculine container completely enveloping her masculinity, it's normal for your square to be a little off, for like her to have a little shaved corner of exposed. And the reason this happens is because there's a lot of things that happen when you're single that don't give you the proper preparedness for when you're in a relationship. No matter how well developed you are as a single man or a single woman, there are going to be areas in which you kind of need to adapt and collaborate on in order to come together as a couple that is just like that power couple. And so I'm not here to scare you saying that you need to be totally developed as a man, but you need to have an incredibly in touch sense with your emotions while also being able to create that vision without her being a side piece in your vision, for her to completely come up and support you. I really like what Elena Cardone says when she says that a man is a roof and the woman is the support beams. If a man is going to be an incredibly strong roof, a woman needs to be incredibly strong as a support beams. Weak support beams are not going to support a weak or strong roof. Vice versa. If a woman has incredibly strong support beams, she is strong. If you are a weak roof as a man, you're going to collapse under her strength. And the way that you do this is all the things that I said in the beginning of this video. And so, if you have any questions, please comment them down below. I am a matchmaker who matches these two kinds of people: incredibly successful, visionary men with incredibly respected, divine, feminine, magnetic women. If you're interested in working with me and finding the love of your life, because I know that this woman is rare, click the link below to book a call with me, and I look forward to working with you.